Hey NBA fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Chat Sports, and today we have a lot of NBA news and rumors, a lot of injuries that have happened in the past couple of days, and we're going to get them all for you guys right now. Starting off with Steph Curry. Yes, the news coming this morning, or I guess late last night. Steph Curry has broken his left hand. It happened when he landed awkwardly in the Suns game last night. That's a game that the Warriors got blown out in at home. Steph went immediately to the locker room, did not shoot his free throws, and the team has announced it is a broken left hand. Now, we're still unsure, especially depending on when you watch this video, of the timetable of a broken left hand, because naturally, Steph being a right-handed shooter, he still technically has, his full right hand. Now, that obviously means he's not going to play with a broken left hand, but the healing timetable could be a little bit faster because it is his non-shooting hand, his left hand, instead of his right hand. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying that we do not know the timetable for his return, but it is likely to be multiple games, probably multiple weeks, if not a couple of months here. It'll be a while before Steph Curry is back on the court for Golden State. Now, the problem, obviously, with Golden State right now is they lost Kevin Durant in a free agency, essentially. They let Kevin Durant go. They then add D'Angelo Russell, but then we all find out that Klay Thompson's not going to return, and now they don't lose Steph Curry. So you have a team that without Curry and Thompson is not a very good basketball team, just their players around him. It's D'Angelo Russell, it's Willie Cauley-Stein, it'll be Kevon Looney at some point. It's just, I guess, Draymond Green in there as well. So troubling times right now in Golden State as the Warriors are looking at not only missing the postseason, but missing Steph Curry for a lot of games. Again, Steph can come back, they can make a push. We're not saying they're done with the postseason, but this definitely hurts for a team that was already struggling with Steph Curry in there. Question for you guys right here. Will the Warriors make the playoffs? Type P for playoffs, type NP for no playoffs. Again, they can still make it, right? Steph comes back in a couple of months, again, depending on the timetable. Draymond steps up, maybe D'Angelo Russell has an all-star year, but the Western Conference is loaded, and we all know how important Steph Curry is. So troubling times right now in Golden State. Also some interesting times, I should say, right now in Brooklyn, as ESPN published a very well-written article talking about the team in general, but really diving into the idea that Kyrie Irving, has mood swings and can be kind of a bad teammate. Yeah, so Jackie McMillan from ESPN wrote this article on ESPN.com, and it talks all about how the Nets went out and got Kevin Durant and the ecosystem of Durant and Kyrie pairing up with the current Nets that are on there. But then there was one paragraph that talks about Kyrie Irving, how the team is uneasy about his attitude sometimes. So they had an incident in China where Kyrie Irving gets moody and has mood swings and starts not responding to teammates and not answering phone calls and kind of distancing himself. It's this whole weird thing. One of the quotes from it, I'll just read it for you here right now. When Irving lapses into these funks, he often shuts down, unwilling to communicate with the coaching staff, front office, and sometimes even his teammates. Now, of course, the Nets completely deny these allegations, but Jackie McMillan, for what it's worth, you might not know who she is. She is a very reputable sports journalist, so I would believe it whenever she writes it down there on ESPN.com. But overall, it creates an interesting dynamic inside the Nets locker room and inside the Nets organization as a whole, because Kyrie's there, but no Kevin Durant. And we all know that Kyrie Irving is the ultimate Robin, right? When he has a Batman, a.k.a. like a LeBron James, he can win an NBA title. But when it's Robin by himself, when it's Kyrie by himself, he's obviously never really been able to produce a lot of wins. And right now, there is no Batman. Batman is on the bench right now in New York, or I said in Brooklyn, I should say. And so we'll see what Robin can do if Kyrie can become his own Batman and take the Nets deep into the playoffs, or even get the Nets to the playoffs without Kevin Durant, because we all know that Durant is not coming back anytime soon. Now, Kyrie is balling out this year. Let's give credit where credit is due. 35.3 points per game, but he had the missed game winner in game one. He barely had they were close against the Knicks, so teams that aren't exactly juggernauts in the NBA, the Nets have struggled to beat in at least the early parts of the NBA season. Question here, is Kyrie a diva? What do you guys think? I'd say it's pretty obvious. Not even being inside the Nets locker room, it's obvious to watch out on the outside looking in. So you type Y if you agree with me, type N if you don't think Kyrie Irving is a diva. If you don't think he's a diva, explain why. Go ahead and scroll down, type in the comments, let me know what you guys think. Kyrie Irving going to be very, very interesting. Okay, other NBA injury news. This one having to do with Anthony Davis's shoulder, and we got to go back to Tuesday whenever he dropped 40 and 20 or some ridiculous number like that in the win over the Grizzlies at the Staples Center. The problem is is that AD was nursing a sore shoulder and was constantly like grimacing and like checking it out and kind of waving his arm around, and said that he was playing through a lot of pain. Now, Anthony Davis has a history of being injured. I looked up his history, index, and it shows that he's had a finger injury, a back injury, a left knee injury, a right shoulder injury, a left hand injury, and a left ankle injury, and has missed at least 7 games in the last 7 seasons he has played. So as elite as Anthony Davis is, the question is how many games is he going to be able to be on the floor for the Lakers this season? Now, it wasn't like a major injury in the shoulder. It just was like, yeah, he dropped 40 and 20, but why is he all constantly grimacing, constantly doing this? And then after the game, saying that, yeah, he was in a lot of pain. So again, has played at least 7 games, or missed at least 7 games in the last 7 years. Will he give them 80 games this year? Will he give them 75 games, 65 games? How many will he play is something to keep an eye on as the Lakers season wears on, because let's be honest, without Anthony Davis, yes, they have LeBron James, and he's one of the best players in the world, but it's LeBron James and really who else? I mean, let's be honest. Kuzma's going to come back here soon, or depending on when we watch this video, he might already be back, but he's coming back soon. But they really need Anthony Davis to have a shot in what is a crazy crowded Western Conference. Should the Lakers be concerned about AD's durability? I think so. Type 1 down below for yes, type 2 down below for no. I would expect to see a lot of 1s, unless there are a lot of Laker fans who say, no, it's fine, but, we're curious. What do you guys think down below? Now, Anthony Davis is going to be fine for this season. He plays 75-plus games. Why aren't you betting on the Lakers to win? All the Laker fans out there, heck, all the NBA fans out there, have you not used our promo code at betdsi.com, chatsports.com/bet, use the promo code DEAL120. We'll give you a 120% deposit bonus whenever you sign up for the first time. So, you like the Lakers to go to the NBA Finals, you like them to win, the next game, use our promo code DEAL120 at chatsports.com/bet. And again, put $100 down, turns into $220 for your betting pleasures. I'm telling you guys, make a lot of money this year. If you're an NBA fan, you know what you're talking about. Prove it. Money where your mouth is on BetDSI. Again, use our promo code. Why not? DEAL120. The final big injury news here has to do with Trae Young, the Hawks star young second-year point guard. Rolled his ankle on Wednesday in Miami. Kind of came down on one of the Heat players' ankles and rolled it pretty badly. Left the game. Was apparently able to stand up and kind of walk into the locker room, but after the game said he definitely starting to swell. The good news for Hawks fans is there is no MRI needed, so he's essentially listed as day-to-day, but the reports are that he could miss probably 2 weeks right now here for the Hawks, and that's as good news as it could possibly be, especially for a young Hawks team that has other talent besides Trae Young. Obviously, John Collins down below had 30 points in the Miami Heat game, his 7th career 30-point game. But they also drafted guys like Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter, added Jabari Parker in the offseason. They're a very interesting team in the East, but it all runs around Trae Young, who balled out in his first couple of games this year in a Hawks uniform. So the good news is no long-term effects of the ankle injury are supposed to be there. It should be 1 to 2 weeks for guard Trae Young. But at the same time, a lot of injuries piling up here in the early parts of the NBA season. And if you're the Warriors, are trying to just stay afloat and not lose too many games. If you're the Hawks, you're trying to not lose too many games, although the Eastern Conference is a lot easier to get into the playoff picture than the Western Conference right now. I think the Hawks are honestly a playoff team, and if I was using my BetDSI promo code for the first time, DEAL120, I'd be betting on the Hawks to make it. You guys think they're a playoff team? Maybe 8-7 seed? Type 3 down below for yes, type 4 down below for no. Here's what you guys think on these different playoff predictions here, right? Warriors earlier, Hawks right now. I'm going to go through the comments here and see what the NBA fans are feeling, because right now, if your team is injured, it's early, but you got to pick up those wins early on too, because, there are only 82 games in the NBA season. Finally, all the bad news that's going on in the NBA, there was some funny news too, like Karl-Anthony Towns and Joel Embiid, the brawl that happened just the other day, that was funny. But good news here, a feel-good story to end our NBA news and rumors video. So LeBron James, the great philanthropist entrepreneur that he is helping out firefighters and first responders in California who are fighting the Getty fires, which have burned almost 650 acres to date so far. LeBron sent a food truck to feed firefighters and first responders the other day free of charge, and of course, you should have guessed it, it was a taco food truck. So it was Taco Tuesday for the firefighters and first responders up there in California who are putting their lives in danger to save as many homes, as many people, and as many, pieces of agriculture as they can, fighting the Getty fire. So just a cool story there to sum everything up, the New York City mayor actually tweeted a really cool photo of LeBron James's food truck and said, "Thank you at King James for generously sending a food truck to support our LAFD firefighters, first responders, and partner agencies working to fight the hashtag Getty fires." And there is LeBron James's taco truck on a Taco Tuesday, which is just a perfect LeBron James thing to do. So big points there for the King. He's always the king on the court and also off the court right now, as well as he's helping out with what is going on up in California. There you go, though. There is all the news we have for today on the NBA News and Rumors video here at Chat Sports. A lot of bad news. Obviously, Steph breaking his hand. Kyrie Irving being moody and checking out and not talking to his teammates. That one was weird. Anthony Davis was going to keep an eye on his shoulder injury. And then the good news about Trae Young is that the rolled ankle looked terrible when you watched it. But in reality, it's only about, day-to-day, but really week-to-week right now. He should be returning to the court sooner rather than later. If you guys have not subscribed to Chat Sports yet, I highly encourage you guys to do it. We are doing big things here. Over 141,000 subscribers. Be another one of them. Hit the red subscribe button, hit the notification button. And, of course, we cover a ton of great teams and a ton of great sports. NFL, college football, baseball, basketball. Highly encourage you guys to give it a subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. All right. All the time we have for today on this NBA News and Rumors video for Chat Sports. I'm Thomas Mott, signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.